Yet another scandal has engulfed US forces in Afghanistan, this time in the form of a YouTube video which appears to show American Marines urinating on the corpses of Afghan fighters. The video went viral in just hours, causing outrage and revulsion among viewers. The US Department of Defense has promised to investigate. Or to talk about the video and the possible consequences, I'm now joined by David Swanson, author and campaigner at rootsaction.org. Well, you're part of a movement that's opposed and very much concerned with US wars abroad. What's your reaction to this video?
Well, my outrage is in particular in the fact that these soldiers have apparently murdered these people, and the scandal is that they are urinating on them. Right? I mean, the hatred that is necessary to get people to do such a thing is necessary to motivate soldiers to fight in a war that has no other credible rationale. The war itself is an atrocity, and so we pick out these particular atrocities and we get outraged, but we don't look at the underlying fact, and we end up with this incredibly bizarre phenomenon of being upset that someone is peeing on a body that he has killed.
Well, Washington has been quick to condemn this incident, from Hillary Clinton to Leon Panetta. We've heard some very strong words from them. What actually is at stake now for the US over this incident?
Well, there will be increasing outrage, there will be blowback, and that's all to the good in that this war needs to be ended. But it's not, it's not a particular isolated incident. This is not a group of 4 or 5 sociopaths who somehow made it through screening and got into deployment in service of the United States. This is the result of the inevitable training that is necessary to get men and women to take part in a war that's not defensive, that has no reasonable moral or legal justification. And in this situation, as in every single war there has ever been, these atrocities happen. And so you cannot have a war without them. We have to end the war.
There will be a troop withdrawal, a combat troop withdrawal in 2014. That's the promise. But in the meantime, in what way will that compromise the security of foreign military operating there in Afghanistan? Surely we're going to expect some sort of retaliation, aren't we?
Well, inevitably, but we have seen fewer deaths to U.S. soldiers in Iraq as soldiers have been withdrawn. We haven't seen greater casualties as the troop levels have diminished, despite all of the warnings and propaganda. The security of the United States, of course, will benefit from the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan or anywhere else in the region. This is something that is far from defending us, is antagonizing. Our policies there are very well illustrated by this video, whatever its origins. The policies of our president at the prison in Bagram are as outrageous, illegal, immoral, and scandalous as these soldiers urinating on bodies.
Just briefly, we're seeing mixed messages, reactions from the Taliban. One spokesman promising continued attacks, and another said that this actually is not a political matter. It will not derail peace talks, which are proposed at the moment. How much damage do you think this could do to a potential peace process, not just between the US, but also the relations between Washington and indeed Hamid Karzai and the Taliban, between everybody?
It's hard to see those relations getting worse or there being any less justification for peace talks. 1 week after our president announced that he had the power to keep prisoners in Bagram, thousands of them, without any pretense whatsoever of judicial process, President Karzai demanded that they all be turned over in a month. He is leading the protest and the condemnation of this latest video. But there's no reason that should interfere with peace talks. Peace is motivated by the desire to end the atrocities of war. And again, all war is an atrocity. I don't care if it's a drone war. It is inevitable that one day we will see a video of drone pilots laughing about the murders they are committing.
David Swanson, author and campaigner at rootsaction.org. Thank you for being with us here on RT.
Thank you.